Hello guys, welcome back to Custom Gamer. My name is Daz and this is the show where we talk about level design while playing cool maps. This week we'll be playing Assassinateville, the latest competition pack released over at planetphillip.com. Level designers were tasked with creating a map where you had to assassinate a specific target and then escape. This is the first map in the pack. It is called Complex 471 by Joseph Williams aka Dysprogue. This is a slightly updated version of the map that was actually released with Planet Phillip. The link is in the description below if you want to check it out. There's only a couple of changes, mainly I guess due to feedback from the competition. He improved some of the messaging and layout. Although funnily enough I actually disagree with some of the changes he's made here. So I guess just to introduce the map, you're given a complex with a rather sprawling layout with lots of different rooms on the bottom floor. The second floor, which is up here, is where the assassination target is, but you can't get to him straight away. You have to explore around the level first, find various keycards and rooms which contain supplies and weapons, and eventually find the red key which allows you to drop this force field and take him out. Conceptually the map's actually pretty cool, because you can just go straight for the red key in order to go straight for the assassination target. If you do take the time to have a look around, you can find, extra suit energy, extra weapons which you wouldn't have otherwise. So conceptually I like it a lot. Where the problems begin, however, is just a lot of messaging in the map isn't very clear, although it is slightly better in this revised version. The thing I was talking about before where I didn't like some of the changes is that you can't actually see it in this video because I've turned off the crosshair, which also turns off a lot of on-screen messaging. But there's actually text markers placed in the level that you can see through walls in this version. And they basically tell you exactly where to go and what to do. I think this removes a lot of kind of mystery and exploration elements that the original map had, which is a real shame, because that was one of the strongest elements of this map. The first time I played it was just walking around, discovering how everything worked, finding all these extra supplies, which were completely optional but just felt good to have, because you probably will need them, because the fight gets pretty hectic later. But in this revised version there's just kind of text which you can see from the other side of the level through walls and everything, which just says, go here, there's a keycard here, go here, there's supplies here. And it kind of removes a lot of the fun elements, I think. I think the designer had good intentions, because the map was very confusing before. It wasn't really very well signposted in where to go and what you needed to do, but I think he just took it one step too far and just ends up being way too handholdy, which is a real shame. You can see here you can open this door here and pick up some extra supplies. What I like about this map also is that ammo is very limited until you actually get into a fight and start killing enemies and taking their guns. So it's almost like every single bullet is a resource which you're using to open up extra areas of the map. I really like the idea behind this. I think it could have been explored a little bit more, but as it stands it was pretty well done actually. I liked it a lot. As you can see here, exploring around gives you some extra supplies you can use. Now the other main mechanic in this map is an EMP, which really confused me on my first time around the map. You can press the right mouse button, which releases an EMP which can take out these generators. It can also damage hunters, which is quite handy. But the messaging explaining this to the player was really not very good in the first version of the map, unfortunately. It's slightly better here. There's a lot more on-screen prompts. Again, you can't see half of them because the crosshair's turned off, but they are there. So it's much better signposted in this version. But yeah, in the original I got very confused by that, and I was kind of running around aimlessly for a while trying to work out what was going on. And also bringing the car in here is another completely optional thing you can do. I like the fact that the map is very open-ended in this way. So you can explore and find extra supplies if you want. You can go and get the car from the beginning of the map if you want, or you can just fight everything in here with the stuff you have on hand, which I imagine would be very difficult. You probably have to use the EMP to take out the hunters, because there's probably just not enough ammo in the map to kill them otherwise. So this map's actually pretty strong gameplay wise. Obviously there's a lot of messaging which can be improved, And visually the map is really nothing to write home about, but again it's very hard to critique 10-day competition maps on their visuals. There are obviously some standout maps in all the competitions that we've had so far which have been fantastically well detailed. But they're kind of, they're definitely standouts, they're not kind of the definite norm for competitions like this. As it stands, the visuals in this map are basic but functional. You understand that doors are doors, that windows are windows, and that what you can and can't work with. But yeah, nothing ever looks fantastic, it's all very, very boxy, and the lighting is definitely kind of placeholder, but you know, once we kill the target we can escape. That was part 1 of Assassinateville. This was an interesting map, had some good ideas, but execution wasn't quite there, I think. I'd love to see a full release from this author, perhaps taking this idea and refining it into a full map could be really something quite special, I think. Alright guys, so I'll be finishing off Assassinateville throughout next week. I've also got another Quake map planned as well. And I'll probably be streaming next week as well. I have no idea what I'm going to stream, but we'll see. Alright, have a good weekend and I'll see you next time.